Welcome to News Today with Universal Parks News Today. I'm Eric Morton, and here is the news for April 1st, 2021. Universal Orlando Resort has raised its prime parking rate from $40 to $50. All Universal Orlando Resort guests park in the same parking garages with access to all three theme parks as well as City Walk, like preferred parking at other theme parks, I guess. Prime parking allows them to park in a section that's closer to the resort entrance, probably an area where the moving sidewalks are even turned on most of the time. Providing a shorter walk to and from the car. It was previously available for $36, $10 more than general parking. Before it was then raised to $40, and now all of a sudden it is $50. If you are in need of a new wand before returning to Hogwarts, you may need to plan ahead. Reservations are required once again for the interactive experience at Ollivander's Wand Shop. With wait times ranging up to 3 hours, it was probably inevitable. Beginning at 8 a.m., team members in front of Ollivander's Wand Shop will begin taking names and assigning return times. Guests will have a 5-minute window to arrive once their time comes. At 7 p.m., a standby queue is planned to open so that guests may join the regular line without a reservation. However, this is subject to change. Early park admission guests can join the standby line until 8 a.m. when the reservation system kicks in. Reservations are on a first-come, first-served basis. These have recently been gobbled up by 9:15, so you better act quickly to reserve your spot. The pathway between Jurassic Park and the Lost Continent sounds a little more prehistoric these days. Music from Jurassic World can be heard intermittently on the bypass bridge towards the highly anticipated Jurassic World Velocicoaster. The music is likely testing in preparation for the debut of the new coaster this summer. In addition to new music, the Jurassic Park vehicle and picnic tables have been removed from the pathway just down the path from the new Velocicoaster sign. Only one table currently remains in the pathway towards the bypass bridge. Several have been removed, possibly leaving room for anticipated crowds or even a soft opening, knock on wood, before the debut of the coaster this summer. The music can be heard near the new Velociraptor statues that guard the entrance to the Velocicoaster. The vehicle that we said was removed, maybe it's getting touch-up as the park prepares for the coaster's debut. Maybe they are going to change the theming since it is specifically themed to Jurassic World. Maybe the Jurassic Park props don't make as much sense here anymore. In further preparation for the new coaster, large paid lockers replace some of the exhibits in the Jurassic Park Discovery Center, and the sign is newly repainted as well. Take a listen to the new Jurassic World music outside the Jurassic World Velocicoaster here on our channel. Speaking of the Jurassic World Velocicoaster, as you probably know, it's set to debut sometime this summer. In anticipation of the coaster's debut, we've spotted the coaster cycling as well as the lighting and mist effects testing on the new attraction. We caught a peek of the new height requirement listed at the entrance to Islands of Adventure. Only 2 other attractions require a taller height requirement than Jurassic World Velocicoaster. Those would be the Incredible Hulk coaster and, of course, Dr. Doom's Fearfall. Dr. Doom requires riders to be at least 52 inches tall, compared to like Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure, which requires guests to be at least 48 inches tall. The Velocicoaster sits kind of right between these two attractions on the sign, so the height requirement will likely be around 51 inches. The sign includes the logo to the attraction, complete with Velociraptor claw marks and the iconic Jurassic World T-Rex. Hopefully, the addition of the height requirement signs are a step in the right direction for that summer or perhaps slightly earlier debut. After reporting on the new lockers at the Jurassic Park Discovery Center that will serve guests riding the soon-to-debut Velocicoaster, we saw that the lockers received new decals in preparation of the attraction's opening. These large digital lockers that will utilize a guest park ticket to open just received the addition of decals, outfitting each one with its own number. As these are paid lockers, the payment station has also received a decal designating payment via coins, bills, or credit cards. There will be an interactive screen for checkout. These lockers cost $2 while you ride the Velocicoaster, with $3 added for every 30 minutes afterwards, up to a maximum cost of $20 per day. You can also pay here with credit card, but must use the payment station if using cash. While there aren't many lockers available here in Jurassic Park Discovery Center for guests that will be riding the Velocicoaster, we earlier predicted that additional lockers will probably be available in the queue, and well, it seems our suspicions were correct. A closer look at the new decal reveals that free standard lockers will be available inside the Velocicoaster queue. All those lockers will be smaller, Of course, guests are urged to utilize the bag check station to verify which size locker they will need. Whether you're on a plant-based diet or want a break from typical theme park fare, Thunder Falls Terrace is cooking up a dish featuring jackfruit. We went to the barbecue restaurant to see if this dish is a tasty, healthier alternative to the burgers and corn dogs around the park. Though the restaurant is known at the theme park for its barbecue ribs, rotisserie chicken, and turkey legs, the jackfruit seems like a delicious, healthy alternative. We're big fans of jackfruit options around the parks, such as barbecue sandwich at Monsters Cafe and the jerk jackfruit from the Bahamas tasting booth during Mardi Gras. So let's dig on in. The rice bowl consists of your choice of mojo chicken or jackfruit with black beans, cilantro rice, cotija cheese served with fried plantains, and salsa. Get it all at Thunder Falls Terrace for $14.99. Head on over to our site for our full review. There's a new churro available in Jurassic Park at Islands of Adventure. The flavor of this churro was actually determined by a poll in the Universal Orlando Annual Pass Holders Facebook group, and sea salt s'mores won by a landslide. The churro is now available at Natural Selections. This is a large churro, and half of it is covered in sea salt, marshmallow fluff, tiny marshmallows, chocolate chips, and crushed graham crackers. Get it for $6.69 at Natural Selections. And of course, you can head to our site to check out our full review. As we've reported, Universal Orlando Resort's City Walk is getting a new Universal Studios store, and the old store is being turned into that Universal Legacy store. The new location next to Cinnabon will be more spacious, taking up what was previously several retail locations. A sign for the store now sticks out above the sidewalk, so guests entering City Walk know immediately where it is. Other signage was added earlier this month. Blue siding completes the awning above this entrance, which may later light up, according to the concept art. Protective plastic can be seen peeling off of some of the blue siding. The awning is still unfinished directly above the Studios store lettering. It's possible that the top of the awning has not been sealed off yet because testing remains to be done, or who knows. The square structure around this sign has been completely sealed since our last check-in. Right now, there are some blank spots in the building's exterior that may be filled in as construction continues. More blue siding can be found above the next entrance to the store. A few pieces of metal siding have been added to the arch supports lining the corner of this building. The white lines between the arch supports will also light up. The section of blue siding to the left will have a more globe-inspired lighting design. The globe will continue onto this side of the building, where we can see a curve already taking shape. Construction workers were in a cherry picker above the entrance when we stopped by. They may have been working on the electrical connections to the store's lights. Over the construction walls, automatic sliding doors are just barely visible. We could see these automatic doors at all three of the entrances. Despite construction not quite being complete on the building's exterior, the new Universal Studios store opened at Universal Orlando Resort's City Walk. Some of the decorative lighting has not been installed on the exterior. According to concept art, the blue section on the left will have lighting in the shape of Universal's iconic globe. Above another entrance, the awning and roofing has yet to be completed. Before the store opened at 9 o'clock a.m., we got to check out the brand new window displays. In addition to merchandise, the windows also displayed blueprints of various Universal Orlando Resort icons, including the Universal Islands of Adventure Lighthouse. For a full overview of the entire store, head on over to our site or watch our video tour here on our channel. If you have a Jurassic appetite and you happen to be in California, have we got some good news for you. Universal Studios Hollywood took to their Twitter account to announce that the fan favorite dining location, Jurassic Cafe, is opening on the lower lot. The restaurant will be serving a special event menu, which will include the Isla Burger for the duration of the event. And after being closed for over a year due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Universal Studios Hollywood will be reopening on April 16th, 2021. From their official Twitter, we are officially reopening on April 16th. Park tickets will be available online only starting April 8th. At this time, theme park visits are limited to California residents. This is the same as Disneyland, which is reopening April 30th. There will be a preview day for Universal Annual Pass holders on April 15th, and additional bonus days which can be reserved online starting April 5th. With the reopening of Universal Studios Hollywood on April 16th, guests will be able to ride the brand new The Secret Life of Pets off the leash. This attraction was near opening when the park closed in March of last year. We got a look at the outside of The Secret Life of Pets off the leash and the surrounding area, including the Pets store, during the Taste of Universal event. Universal has also promised an updated ending to Jurassic World The Ride. There will be a spectacularly realistic new animatronic figure of the Indominus Rex at the ride's climax just before guests descend the waterfall. The imposing presence of this 55-foot wide and 22-foot tall animatronic will be amplified by the fluidity of her motions and synchronized movements that deliver an unprecedented level of authenticity. The Indominus Rex will blink, flex her arms and claws, and clench her jaw. The animatronic was actually planned for the ride since the beginning, but was not ready for its opening back in 2019. Guests will finally get a look at this amazing Indominus Rex when the park reopens, again, on April 16th. We can't wait. Whether you love Jurassic Park or just want the coaster cred, anticipation of the Jurassic World Velocicoaster is high as we approach its vague opening date of September 2021. Show off your excitement with this sleek cap. You find it at the Universal Legacy store at City Walk. The ball cap features the Velocicoaster logo prominently in shades of gray. The raptor claw makes this hat a token of bravery for your encounter with the legendary dinosaurs. On the side is a classic T-Rex logo alongside branding for Universal Orlando Resort. The brim of the hat boasts stats for the coaster. You can look up the facts with this handy reference. The back of the hat has the ride's tagline, "What could go wrong?" and features a buckle strap. Get it for $26. Sesame Street themed street shows have been a tradition for a decade now at Universal Studios Japan, and this year is no exception. To celebrate the park's 20th anniversary, the show features Bert, Ernie, and Elmo, each performing with a special new talent in Sesame Street No Limit Energy in the New York area of Universal Studios Japan. Bert has rather fearfully taken up BMX while Ernie effortlessly rollerblades by, and it's really quite impressive to see these costume characters take on stunts. And you don't believe us? Well, you can watch here on our YouTube channel in crystal clear 4K. East Meets West is a popular street show at Universal Studios Japan featuring 3 talented violinists and 1 Japanese shamisen player playing daily at the park since 2019. Now in its 3rd refresh, the latest version celebrates 20 years of Universal Studios Japan with popular songs and classical tributes side by side, capped off by the theme song to the popular anime Demon Slayer, now the highest grossing film in Japanese history. Sounds interesting, right? Check out a full video, again, in full shimmering 4K right here on our YouTube channel. Universal Studios Japan has an annual tradition of renewing its entertainment in the spring, and the latest crop has now arrived. The extremely popular Power of Pop series is now in its 4th year, and they've come up with a whole new show to commemorate the 20th anniversary, No Limit Celebration, featuring hits from Lady Gaga to Japan's One OK Rock. And the best part is that rather than traveling to Osaka, again, you can experience the Power Pop right here in 4K on our channel. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to universalparksnewstoday.com. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to Universal Parks News Today on YouTube for more great content, click that bell for notifications, and make sure to hit select all notifications so that you never miss an episode of News Today with Universal Parks News Today. For UPNT, this is Eric Morton saying, the future is whatever you make it, so make it a good one.